Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, Raw in Wonderland. Today, we're diving into a book that might just change the way you see your brain Stolen Focus by Johann Hari. This book is all about how we lost our ability to focus and, more importantly, how we can reclaim it. But of course, I won't just summarize it for you. I'll sprinkle in some personal reflections, humor, and practical takeaways. After all, what's raw in Wonderland without a bit of whimsy? Johann Hari is one of those writers I admire because when he's curious about something, he doesn't just Google it. No. He hops on a plane, travels across the world, interviews experts, and dives deep into research before presenting us with a well-crafted book. In Stolen Focus, he tackles the question, why can't we focus anymore? And equally important, can we get our focus back? Hari interviewed over 250 experts from Miami to Moscow, from Montreal to Melbourne. And the results? Startling. Let's talk numbers for a second. 65 seconds. That's the average time a university student stays focused on a single task before switching to something else. 3 minutes. That's how long office workers focus before getting distracted. 23 minutes. The time it takes to regain full concentration after being interrupted. It's like we're in never-ending loop of, wait, what was I doing again? Moments. And when this happens over days, weeks, years, well, we wake up one day and realize we have no idea where our time went. So, who stole our focus? Before you blame yourself, let me tell you, it's not just about self-discipline. Hari argues that our distraction problem isn't entirely our fault. It's systemic. Social media, digital overload, and even our modern work structures are designed to pull our attention in a million directions. Think about it. Our phones are engineered to keep us hooked. Social media thrives on us scrolling endlessly. Notifications are like tiny dopamine hits, keeping us addicted. And before we know it, we've spent an hour watching videos of cats knocking things over. Okay, that part is understandable. Now, here is where Hari gets interesting. He decides to disappear for 3 months to see what happens to his brain. He hands over his smartphone, switches to an old-school Nokia, yes, the kind with snake, and moves to a small seaside town called Provincetown. No Wi-Fi, no social media, no emails, just books, the ocean, and silence. Sounds dreamy, right? But in the first few weeks, he hated it. He felt disconnected. His brain craved notifications. He even started questioning his own importance in the world. Was he even a person if he wasn't online? Relatable, right? But then something shifted. He started reading for hours at a time. He went on long walks, he had deep, uninterrupted conversations, and most importantly, he started writing again. It was then he realized it's not enough to remove distractions. You need to replace them with something meaningful. Now, this part made me laugh and cry at the same time. Hari explores how social media platforms literally don't want us to leave. He breaks it down in a way that makes it sound like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are writing us secret love letters. Here is what they would say. Twitter. Hey, don't think too hard. Life is best expressed in 280 characters or less. Just react quickly. Facebook. Your life only matters if you post about it. Make sure it's edited and filtered. And don't forget to check how many likes you got. That's really important. Instagram. The only thing that matters is how you look and how people react to how you look. And did I mention how you look? And the most ironic part, the very people who designed these apps don't let their own kids use them. They send their children to schools without technology and practice meditation instead. So while you are scrolling endlessly, they are sitting under a tree, breathing deeply. Let that sink in. Now, the $1,000,000 question. So, what can we do? Well, here are some strategies Harry is suggesting, and I have tested some of them myself. 1. Set boundaries with technology. Try keeping your phone in another room when working or reading. I know, easier said than done. 2. Go offline intentionally. Even if it's just for an hour, disconnect. Let your brain breathe. 3. Sleep like it's your job. Lack of sleep is equal to instant distraction. The research is clear. Sleep-deprived brains function like they are drunk and not in a fun way. 4. Read books, preferably on paper. Reading long-form content strengthens focus muscles. Yes, your attention span is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. 5. Embrace boredom. Give your brain downtime. Walk without a podcast. Sit without scrolling. Let your mind wander. It's where the magic happens. Harry's book is a wake-up call, but it's not all doom and gloom. The ability to focus is still within us. We just have to fight for it. And the best way to do that is by creating a world that engages us more than our screens do. Read books, have real conversations, and embrace deep, meaningful experiences. So tell me, what's one thing you're going to do today to reclaim your focus? Let's start small. Maybe put your phone down while drinking your coffee. Maybe read a few pages of a book. Maybe, just maybe, sit in silence for a moment and let your thoughts wander. Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and keep your focus where it matters most. Bye, guys!